It's live, live in the D with Mr.BB. BB.
It's live in the D with Mr.BB every Thursday at 9 a.m. right here on WVI 107.3 Radio Weekend. We thank you for joining us this morning. Today we will be joined by Mr. Phillip Garner of Garner's Garden, and he's going to come on and discuss with us about his store and natural product line, as well as how you can get in touch with him to get in touch with him and get some of these natural products. But as always, before we start, the Quad Squad here would like to say good morning. So we're going to say good morning to our squad.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Ms. Kadir. I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm good.
You good?
It's a nice morning.
It's a beautiful morning.
We're live in the D with Mr.BB, as always.
Live in the D with Mr. BB.
Mr. Abdul.
And good morning to you, Mr. Abdul.
Good morning, it's Mr.BB. You are live in the Mr. Abdul.
All right. We are live in the D with Mr. BB and the rest of the Quad Squad. Soon to be joined by Mr. Phillip Garner of Garner's Garden. He's going to come on and tell us about his line of natural products and how he got into that and whatever else he wants to talk about right here on Live in the D with Mr. BB. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
SOS Graphic Design provides agency-quality professional graphic design services from established companies to startups and individuals, creating a simple logo to complete rebranding and delivering visual communication with print media. Everything SOS Graphic Design does has a single unifying objective: to set your business apart. We are at your service. Call 313-342-2166. That's 313-342-2166, or online at www.sosgraphicdesigns.com.
It's live in the D with Mr.BB. BB.
It's live in the D with Mr. BB every Thursday at 9 a.m. right here on WVI 107.3 Radio Weekend C. All right, we are back, and next we're going to be joined by Mr. Phillip Garner. As promised, he's coming in again to talk about his store, garnersgarden.com, and talk about how he got into using and selling these natural products and how you can get in your hands on some of these products as well. Right here on Live in the D with Mr. BB. Soon we will be joined by Mr. Garner in just one moment. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
That's why I had to say, come follow me, come follow me. That's why I had to say, come follow me, come follow me. That's why I had to say, come follow me, come follow me now, right now.
It's live in the D with Mr.BB. BB.
It's live in the D with Mr. BB every Thursday at 9 a.m. right here on WVI 107.3 Radio Weekend C. All right, we're back once again, and we are now joined by Mr. Garner, who is joining us via Skype. He's contacting him now, so we can get the discussion started. Start video track closing. Good morning, Mr. Garner.
Hey, good morning, Mr.BB.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
I'm doing well. How about you guys over there?
We're good. One slight thing. Can you bring your video up? We can't see you on the feed. There we go. All right. Now we got you. All right. So now we can get started. So and now we're joined by Mr. Garner, who's joining us via Skype feed. And we just wanted to talk to you today to get to know you about this store that you have, garnersgarden.com. So can you tell us about that?
Well, garnersgarden.com, it's an online store, and we specialize in natural skincare products. Natural skin, hair, oral, and body care products. So we have everything from your head to your toe. That's 100% natural, without any preservatives, without any type of fragrances or perfumes. It's like really raw ingredients type natural skincare products. So that's our store in a nutshell. Hello?
Yourself will get into both using and selling natural products?
Can you repeat it?
I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was asking, my question was, how did you, yourself, and your team get into both the using and the distribution of selling natural products?
Well, I transitioned into a natural lifestyle back in 2011, and once I started to realize that was with my diet, and then once I realized what I was putting on my body, it was just as important to take care of your body and what you put on your skin. So I started creating a natural products for myself, like body oil was my first product, and I started giving it out to my friends and family. And they were like, wow, Phil, this is really good. And I was like, yeah, thank you. And they were like, you should start selling this. I was like, really? And they're like, yeah. So I started taking it to farmers markets, and we started selling there. One product led to 15 products, led to 50 products. So we have about 50 products now and over 120 SKUs. And after the farmers markets, after I realized that I needed to start transitioning into online sales, because that's where I can reach the majority of the world. Because as you may or may not know, my motto for my company is healing the world. And that's my mission, is to touch as many people as possible with affordable skincare prices so that they can take care of their skin. So in 2013, we started the company, and online sales started in 2015, and with the launch of our website in 2016. So from there, it's been history. We've really grown our product line, and we've been able to offer a lot of people great products at an affordable price.
Excuse me. So how many stores are you in now?
Only in mom and pop shops across the United States, but we do mainly our sales come from online. We do about 1,000 orders per month, and when I talk about 1,000 orders, I'm talking about 3 to 10 products in each one of those orders, and we make everything by hand with all of my employees here. You can see that I'm in my warehouse right now, so they're not here yet, but we make everything by hand, and we're in a couple mom and pop shops. I actually am trying to get into retail stores right now, so hopefully that will happen in 2018 leading into 2019, so that we can help more people nationwide, and then eventually in stores in the UK and the Caribbean and everywhere in the world. So that's our plan. That's our goal.
Right, and that's a wonderful goal. You say that's your goal for 2018 to get into a lot of these chain stores and whatnot. So can you tell us, when did your company actually first open? When did you officially first get started, get your LLC, get your business?
The company actually was formed in 2013. Okay, and that's when we started doing our farmers markets and stuff like that. But we really started online sales in about 2015, 2016. So, and that's when sales started taking off like that into a nice curve going up.
Awesome. So my next question is, what was your first, your very first location? I know you said you did a lot of moms and pop shops and farmers markets, but what was the very first store you were officially in?
So Axum. Well, my very first store, I can't remember. I can give you a couple off the top of my head. In Georgia, we're in Axum Culture. The owner is Jeanette Sellers. She's great, and she has a lot of black-owned products there. Her whole store is black-owned products, and it's a great store. So that's in Georgia. In Virginia Beach, we're in Positive Vibes. The owner there is Brett Hewitt, amazing person, black-owned, everything inside that store. And also down in Long Beach, California, we're in Shades of Africa. The owner's name is Renee, great store. Also in New Jersey, we have Paris Hair and Beauty Supply. We're in that store also. Those owners out there are fantastic also. I love dealing with owners and other black business people, because we just help each other, and we help each other grow. So those are a couple of stores off the top of my head right now.
Okay. Exactly, and I understand the importance of definitely making that dollar spend, especially in the Black community, and just keeping that dollar transition with ourselves, because no white person ever said, I don't deal with white companies because da 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 da. So yes, that is absolutely necessary. So, what is the importance? Can you tell us next? What's the importance of not only natural living, but against the non-organic and non-natural products?
Understand that everything that touches our skin goes into our bloodstream. So if you go home and Google your ingredients on a particular product, and you Google every single one of those ingredients, and you look at the benefits, or you look at what could be harmful to you, you'll be amazed. Your mind will be blown, and you'll be like, oh my gosh, I've been putting this poison on my skin for 20 years, for 30 years, for however many years that your age is, and you'll just be alarmed. So the main thing is understanding that everything that touches your skin goes into your bloodstream, which affects your entire body. And that's what we have to, it's either going to help you or it's going to harm you. And that's the bottom line. It may not harm you today, but 30 years down the road, when we start getting older and our bodies start to deteriorate a little bit, that's really when you wish you would have been using natural products when you're at a younger age, because you may be at a healthier situation if you were once you get older. So that's the importance of using natural skincare.
So preventive maintenance, better to use it now than in the future when you have problems and get all these, like I discovered I've got cancer because of my deodorant.
Absolutely, because the key thing is not fixing a problem, it's preventing problems from occurring. So that's the key thing that we always have to remember. So prevention it should be in the forefront of everything that we do.
Absolutely, absolutely, I agree 100%. So that brings me to the next question, which is, what is your most popular products with that preventive maintenance, and it seems to be a people's favorite?
Yeah, the number one product by far. Like, I started off as a skincare company, but we can shut down, literally we can shut down our skincare side and focus specifically on oral care. Our oral care is our number one products because they actually heal your mouth. I'm talking about gingivitis, bleeding gums, receding gums. Some people who need a root canal. A person called me and said, Phil, I'm about to have a root canal in the next 3 weeks. Do you think your products could help me? Technically, I can't say yes, this is going to heal you, but I say try our products, try our mouthwash, and also try our tooth powder, not toothpaste, but tooth powder, and try that for the next 3 weeks. The person ordered it, and guess what? In the 3 weeks that they went back to their dentist, they no longer needed a root canal. I'm talking about my mother. She had bleeding gums for years and years and years. 2 weeks later, she no longer had bleeding gums. And it's not me saying that this is going to heal you, but it's more of that customers are saying that they're getting healing benefits from our mouthwash. It's all because of the power of oxygen. We use oxygen inside of our bottles, inside of our oral care products, and that's what's really will help heal your mouth. So that's our number one product by far. Every single order that we have will have a set of our mouthwash and our tooth powder inside of it.
Awesome. That is amazing. I've never heard anyone say that a product not only cleans but helps heal your mouth, and I've never heard anyone say that an oral product helps them save them from getting a root canal, and I'm pretty sure people would love that. So do you know what the active ingredient besides the oxygen is that helped heal that tooth decay?
That's the beauty of my natural products. There's only 3 ingredients in here. It's H2O2, which has that extra atom of oxygen. H2O is water. You add an extra atom, H2O2. So that extra atom of oxygen does everything. And then you have essential oils. Essential oils are going to help with the inflammation of the gums. It's going to help with your bad breath. That's it. It's very simple. There's no magic behind it. There's no magic ingredient or anything like that. It's really just understanding how bacteria works. Bacteria cannot thrive in an oxygenated environment. and it's that simple. Once you get rid of the bacteria, once you heal the scars in and around your gums, because most people have scars in and around their gums that they don't know about. But once you start using our product, you'll start to see white scabs all across your gums, and they'll last for like an hour, and then the next day when you brush again, you'll see the scabs again, and then as you further along in the week, as you use it more and more, the scabs will start disappearing. Those scabs are actually seeking out all of those micro abrasions around your gums, and they're healing that. And that's it. The bacteria cannot get inside of those anymore. It's almost like you get a scab on your arm, right? You get a cut on your arm.
Right.
It's an open wound. Imagine if you just walked around with an open wound without trying to heal it. That's the same thing that happens with your gum. You're going to get infection, just like your teeth, just like your gums. You're going to get infection. That's called oral disease, and that's when bleeding gums, receding gums. That's when you start to need a root canal. That's when you start getting cavities. That's the whole basis behind it, and it's prevention.
I see. So again, going back into that preventative maintenance is stop the problem before it even starts, before it begins. So Ken, with that oral product that you said is that favorite and it heals, probably for our young viewers more so than the old ones, because once you get older, you're like, I gotta do what I gotta do. How does it taste? Like, what kind of feedback have you been getting with the flavor of this of this product?
Speaking of younger ones, that's the reason why we created kids mouthwash. We want to start the kids off at a very young age in order to make sure that they don't go through life getting cavity after cavity after cavity after cavity, thinking that it's normal. Cavities aren't normal. Oral disease isn't normal. So what does it taste like? It tastes like peppermint. Like we use real peppermint, peppermint essential oil. And we also use tea tree. A lot of you may or may not be familiar with tea tree, antibacterial, antifungal, antimicrobial, anti-everything. And it helps with a lot of different things. So when you taste this, it's like a peppermint blast to your mouth. One of the customers left a review and said, whoa, I just tried this for the first time. It's like giving my mouth a baptism. It was that powerful. It makes your eyes like light up. It clears out your sinuses if you have allergies. It's that like, that feeling when you have a little peppermint candy.
Yeah,
that's what it tastes like. And we also have a cinnamon version also. And a lot of people may or may not be, some people like peppermint, some people like cinnamon. We're also coming out with the citrus flavor too. So that's in the future.
That's amazing. So for our younger viewers, not only do you have will you get your mouth clean and healed, but it also tastes great and it's also good for you. Clear up your sinuses, all that, all in by using. That's the rinse.
Yeah, the rinse. And we also, one more product we invented. I don't know if some of your viewers may or may not be familiar with oil pulling. Are you guys familiar with oil pulling?
I'm not familiar with that term, no.
So it's taking coconut oil. It's been around for centuries. Taking coconut oil and swishing it around in your mouth for about 20 minutes. 20 minutes every single day. And they tell you that that's going to help pull out the bacteria from your mouth and stuff like that. And it does. But 20 minutes of swishing around coconut oil, that's a challenge. So I thought to myself, like, how can I make this easier? So I created oxy pulling. This is something brand new. We invented this. We had the U.S. Patent Office. We have this. This is ours. It's using oxygen to do what oil pulling does, but with only 20 seconds of swishing around in your mouth, it pulls out all the bacteria out of your mouth. So it loosens up all the plaque around your teeth, so that when you go in to brush, everything just falls off your teeth, and you're just brushing, and you end up with whiter teeth, cleaner mouth, healthier mouth, just everything. So that's one product that we did invent for our customers.
That's amazing. So oxy pulling is 20 seconds. And is that daily, weekly? How often should we use that?
You brush your teeth twice a day. So, at least twice a day, once in the morning, once in the evening. And You use this every time before you brush. So you just squirt a little, you shake it up. There's charcoal in this also, activated charcoal. And that charcoal helps pull toxins into that charcoal molecule. And that also helps pull out toxins from your mouth. So the oxygen is killing the bacteria. The charcoal is pulling toxins from your mouth. The essential oils in this, it tastes like peppermint also. Those essential oils are healing and freshening your breath. So you know how you wake up and you have that morning breath?
Yes.
Yeah, you won't have it with this. If you use it consistently twice a day, you won't have that morning breath anymore.
Oh
because the bacteria aren't living in your mouth as you sleep. Yeah, granted, some will grow as some will form while you're sleeping, but it's nothing like how it is right now when most people wake up. So
That's awesome, awesome. And you touched on the activated charcoal, and I know that's that's becoming a big thing lately. And it seems to me like it just kind of became a big thing overnight. Can you tell us the active ingredient in charcoal and what that activated charcoal actually does for not only oral care, but I know people use face masks and things as well with that. So what all does activated charcoal do for the body?
So activated charcoal, all right, so if it pulls out toxins from your body. It's not me saying this. It's not some hype around charcoal. They use it charcoal is used in hospitals. Do you know that? When you get bitten by a snake or something poisonous, you get rushed to the hospital. Guess what they pump into your system? It's called a slurry. Guess what they pump into your system? Charcoal. Because charcoal, I told you, the molecule is open, so it pulls in the toxins and it traps it inside that molecule and it flushes it out of your body. That's it. That's the science behind charcoal. It's called adsorption with a D, not a B. So adsorption, if people want to read about it, Google it and read about it. But that's the science behind it.
Wow, and it sounds so simple. So it's just adsorption, so it's just absorbing the poisons and the toxins out of your body. And how does it get rid of them?
Well, it's trapped in the charcoal molecule. Now well, with ours, you spit it out. I don't know what they do in the hospital, but I think they flush it out of your system. But with ours, the charcoal, you're swishing it around with the oxygen, with the essential oils, and then you're spitting it out. You're spitting out all of those toxins. That's exactly what they're doing with oil pulling. But the oil is trapping the bacteria in there, but it's not really pulling out the toxins, though, because I don't think coconut oil can do that, honestly. So that's one advantage we have over oil pulling, other than it takes only 20 seconds.
Right. That's a big advantage, I'm sure, because 20 seconds versus 20 minutes swishing around is night and day.
Absolutely.
All right. So you've given us a lot of great information, and I'm sure my viewers, if they go to www.garnersgarden.com to order the products, look at the products, research the products. But how else can we get in contact with you and stay up to date with not only your business but your website, you and your website as well?
So if you go to our website, garnersgarden.com, there's a newsletter. We always send out coupons so that we can help people save money. So sign up for our newsletter. Also on Instagram, Garner's Garden. That's going to be our number one way of communicating with us. Well, our number one way of communicating with us is through email, garners.garden@gmail.com, without an E. So Instagram, Garner's Garden, Facebook. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Twitter, all Garner's Garden. So follow us.
All right, sir. And before we let you go, because we know, like you said, you're in your warehouse, so I'm sure you're about to start your work day. Is there anything else you like to share with us, or any events you have coming up?
No, just be on the lookout. Hopefully, we get in stores this year. If not, next year. We have a really talented young lady out in Chicago named Cassandra White that's helping me with my business development. I owe her a lot of thanks and gratitude, but overall, I just want everybody to stay healthy, stay happy, and just stay natural. Please, you'll thank yourself once you get at an older age.
Awesome, sir. And we thank you again for joining us and giving that one information. I'm sure I'm going to look up myself to get some of these natural products because, Lord knows that we all, especially in the black community, try to save money, save that dollar, but we need to live naturally so we can, again, like you said, preventative maintenance.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So if there's anything else you'd like to share with us, feel free. But if not, we'll let you go now. But can you tell us where are you streaming from today? Where are you joining us from?
Right now, live in Fort Washington, Maryland with Mr.BB.
All right, sir. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
That was our live stream with Mr. Phillip Garner of Garner's Garden. We want to thank him again for coming on and joining us. And go to his website, garnersgarden.com. Join the newsletter. He said he's always got coupons. Oh my goodness, those headphones hurt. He's always got coupons so people can save money, and look out for his products in stores hopefully soon this year. All right, next up we're gonna have the Fit Tip with Miss Penny Love, and then we're gonna we're going to get our quotes of the day from Miss Kadira right here on Live in the D with Mr.BB. Stay with us.
It's Penny here with this week's Fit Tip. So as the weather's changing and it's getting warmer, we're starting to exercise more, be outside, and that means we are going to sweat more. As we sweat, you want to, of course, drink water, but also replace those electrolytes and certain elements you're losing, such as potassium. So to replace that, you can drink coconut water, which is a good source of natural electrolytes. You can also add sea salt to your foods, such as fish, chicken, etc. My personal favorite is Himalayan sea salt because it helps your body absorb natural sources and safe doses of potassium, which is also found in water such as the Propel water, Gatorade, etc. Those hydration drinks that not only supplement the water you lose, but the salt and potassium.
All right, we are back, and we thank you for joining us, and we thank Mr. Phillip Garner again for coming in, telling us about Garner's Garden, garnersgarden.com. Be sure to go to his website, check out his wonderful products. I myself definitely want to check out that oil pulling mouth rinse and see about that, because got to keep my smile movie star perfect.
Really?
Yes, really. Next up, we have Miss Kadira, who's going to give us her quote of the day, as well as some events for the weekend. Good morning, Kadira.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Yeah, I'm good. Sorry. I need to get that charcoal mouthwash.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's very popular.
You check out most of his products. And the activated charcoal, which cleans out these bacteria. Wake up with no morning breath. Lord knows we all need that. All right.
Okay.
So what you got for us today? Give us the quote. I know he's about to ask, but you already know we want the quote.
You can't mess up the program. I'm supposed to ask first. This is our thing. Okay. Today's quote is, if all begins and ends in your mind, what you give power to has power over you if you allow it.
That is strong. Say it again for us.
It all begins and ends in your mind. What you give power to has power over you if you allow it.
Say it one more time for us. Nice.
It all begins and ends in your mind. What you give power to has power over you if you allow it.
It all begins and ends in your mind. What you give power to has power over you if you allow it. Let that sink in for a second.
You say you can do it, you can do it.
I said let it sink in. And it sunk. All right.
Okay.
Now, what events do you have for us this weekend? What can we go to do? What can the people look forward to?
This weekend, May 19th, is the second annual Writers Conference. It's going to be at the Detroit Public Library. Author Series presents the second annual So What You Want to Be a Writer. So you go there, and other published authors, they tell you about their experiences and how they became writers and what they had to go through, so they can help you out if you want to become an author as well. It starts it's at the Detroit Public Library. So,
Detroit Public Library. So that's this Saturday?
yes, it's Saturday, May 19th.
What time?
It starts at, 11 to 4. 11 a.m. to the 4 p.m.
11 a.m. to 4 p.m.
5
The Detroit
hours.
Writers Conference. All right, so the local Detroit writers, and I'm sure maybe even some national or even international writers will be there, telling you about their process, how they got started, how they got published. Be sure to go join at the Detroit Public Library, the one downtown.
Yes.
All right, the main branch downtown. It's going down to the Detroit Public Library. I'm sure there's going to be some type of panel or something. I myself plan to show up. Is it free?
Yes. It's,
Oh,
wow.
this is a free event. Oh, yes.
Free.
Then we
They had
definitely
that
have
in
to.
bold letters. It's free. So if you look it up, just look up
free.
the second annual Authors Conference to get more information about it.
All right, we'll get that information. Next up, we're going to have our song of the day, which is, drum roll. I lost my drum roll. All right. Thank you. Appreciate that. What was that? Oh, right, for the song.
Wow.
That was to me.
Okay.
It is Read All About It, Part 3 by, and I hope I'm not mispronouncing her name, Emily Sande. Think I pronounced that right? I think it was right.
That's right.
And we're playing that right now. All right. Next up, we're going to get a word from our sponsors, and then Mr. BB and the rest of the Quad Squad will say their final word. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. All right. We are back, and it's time for Mr. BB and the Quad Squad's final word. So, we're going to hear from the Quad Squad first, starting with Mr. Abdul.
Got it. You got his name?
See you next week. Have a great summer.
All right.
Oh, sorry, summer is starting.
Summer starting next week, officially? Like,
I don't-
officially?
I don't know officially if the Ducks came back.
The Ducks did come back. We heard the Ducks coming back this morning. It's like, spring break. We're back from the South.
And there's that one duck that was like, no, it's not spring yet.
Okay. All right.
What?
What's your final word, Kajira?
Goodbye to all. We shall see you next week. Have a great, awesome weekend.
Mhm.
Go see the authors of Detroit. Get all that good information. And we'll see you next week, next Thursday.
All right. And as always, Mr. BB's final word is go out there, be happy. Be happy.
happy.
Be healthy. Yeah, we're gonna mix
Be
it together. We're gonna mush it today. Be healthy. Be happy. Be energetic. Be natural. Go check out garnersgarden.com. Get to do some natural products. And just be great in general. We'll be back next week right here on Live in the D with Mr. B. Bye-bye. BB out.
It's
Live
in the D with Mr.
BB.
BB.
It's Live in the D with Mr. BB every Thursday at 9 a.m. right here on WVI 107.3 Radio We Can See.